What's up guys, my name is Andy Smith. I am a real estate investor and I love passive income and making money while I'm sleeping. In this video, I'm gonna show you the 5 best ways to get started investing in real estate. Oh, and by the way, I'm a West Michigan real estate broker, and if you're looking to invest in this state, I'd love to help you. Let's go. So the first way to invest in real estate is with long-term buy and hold. These are properties you're gonna have for a very long time, and the leases are for as long as you can get them, typically 1+ years. And there's 2 types of investors in this category. So the first type of investor is the cash flow investor. They're looking to be cash flow positive day one through the whole time that they're holding this property. And there's a couple ways to analyze a property to make sure it fits the bill to be included in your portfolio. And the first one is the 1% rule. And the 1% rule says that your average rent should be no less than 1% of the purchase price. Meaning if you have a property that is generating $2,000 a month in rent, you should pay $200,000 or less for that property for it to make sense. The other rule is the 50% rule. And that states that all of your expenses, taxes, insurance, vacancy rates, utilities, maintenance should make up not more than 50% of your gross income. Now, these are super high level, quick and easy ways to analyze a property, and they can be used together to quickly learn if something fits your portfolio and it is profitable. So the second type of investor in this category is the appreciation investor. And they're not necessarily looking for monthly cash flow positive returns, but they wanna make a smart decision, smart purchase today on a property that's gonna greatly appreciate down the road 10, 20, 30+ years. This can be looked at as the real estate version of like a Roth IRA, where you put money in today, it compounds and grows, and when you need to access it later in life, it's a much, much larger number. So for example, if you put $50,000 down on a $200,000 property today, flash forward 30 years, that property is worth 500 grand. Well, now you have 10x'd your return. So the second way you can invest in real estate is through flipping houses. Everybody's favorite, made famous by all the TV shows. They make it look so dang easy. In reality, it's not that easy, but it is definitely possible, and it definitely makes people a lot of money. So the goal of a flip property is to purchase something that you can then turn around in a short period of time and make a profit. So you can either find these properties on market or off market. And if you're looking at properties on market, most of the time they're gonna be priced too high to where there's not enough skin in the game for it to be a viable flip. So what you need to look for are properties that are priced wrong, listed wrong, under marketed, something where you know something different than what's being advertised, and you can then purchase it, make those changes, put it back on the market, sell it for a higher amount. So the other way is to find properties that are off market, and specifically people that are prioritizing selling quickly. They don't necessarily need the highest amount, but they need that property sold quickly. So unfortunately, a lot of these cases are divorces and estate sales due to a death in the family. But as long as you can provide value to them by accomplishing their goals, it is a win-win for everybody. So the third and also super popular way to invest in real estate is with short-term rentals. These are still long-term investment properties, but the length of the leases are much shorter, typically by the week or even the day. The tenants are typically people traveling or have some event and just need a place to stay for a short period of time. And this of course was made increasingly popular by sites like Airbnb and VRBO. So short-term rentals are an awesome investment opportunity because the ROI is awesome. You make a lot more money on short-term rentals than you will a long-term buy and hold. But there's things you need to know. The first is because the ROI is so high and you're making so much more money, you have more money to spend to purchase the property, which is good because you'll need it. And that's because you're probably gonna purchase it in a location that you otherwise wouldn't be thinking about buying an investment property in. And the reason is it's gotta be a place that people wanna travel to. So whether it's an attraction nearby or a landmark or an event or a spot that people just like to vacation, it's gonna be a place that most likely is more expensive than what you wanna spend. It's a good thing you got the ROI. The other reason it's good that you're making more money on these types of properties is you have to pour more money into the property to make it desirable for people to attend. They say because the market in short-term rentals is booming and everybody's doing it, that really the only top 10% are the ones killing it. And those are the ones that are providing an experience. So whether you're going down to Disney and you're theming out every room in there and making it, an experience for these kids. My family travels down there and we pick out a place and we spend more because of it that has really cool features for the the kids. Seeing them happy makes me happy, makes it an awesome vacation. We're willing to spend more. If you are in other markets, you can, put in a pool or a hot tub, string lights, have some yard games, a grill, something where people can come gather, bring their families, have a good time, the bachelor parties, the girls' weekends. Those are the people, when you can create that experience, they're willing to pay more, and that's what is gonna make sure that you have a successful investment property. The fourth way to invest in real estate is through syndication. What the heck is syndication? It is a group of like-minded real estate investors, typically 2 to 10, that pool their money to purchase an investment property. So why would you want to be a part of a syndication? Well, it allows you to participate in those deals that are either too big or too expensive that you otherwise would have no part in. So a couple things to know about syndication before jumping into that. And the first one is you lose a little bit of control. So if you're buying your own individual investment property, you have all the say. What to buy, when to buy, how to operate, how to exit. Now, if you're in a syndicate, you don't quite have as much say. If you want to exit that property and the rest of the syndication does not, you might be forced to stay in it longer. It's not necessarily a bad thing, but just know that you do lose a little bit of control. Also, know your place. If you're with a syndication buying $1 million property and you put in $10,000, you have a 1% stake in that deal, which means you have a 1% voice. Don't pretend like you have more. The goal is to be invited to the next deals with this group and keep growing. Don't be that guy. So how do you even find these syndication groups? Well, it's a lot easier than you think. You need to put yourself out there. Start talking about it. Share with people what you're trying to do. Start networking with other people in that space. Join online forums and investment groups, local RPOA or the national Bigger Pockets. Just put yourself out there and trust me, things will start appearing. So the fifth way to invest in real estate is through hard money lending. Hard money lending is providing cash that is secured by the property and not the borrower's credit or financial profile to purchase an investment property. Typically, this is done for short-term flips or properties that need to be purchased quickly and then refinanced out later. Hard money lending is perfect for two types of people. One is the person that's got a ton of cash but no time or experience. The other is the opposite. They have a ton of experience, a ton of time, but no money. If you can put those two people together, it creates opportunity that they would not have otherwise and is mutually beneficial. So some things to know about hard money lending before you jump into it. And the first is it's super risky. You need to know and trust who you are giving your money to first and foremost. Also, the rate of return is agreed upon at the beginning and not necessarily the outcome of the project. If you are guaranteed 10, 12% return, whether that property tanks or they 10x their return, you're only gonna get that 10 to 12%. So that can be looked at as a good or bad thing. There you have it, guys. 5 ways that you can invest in real estate tomorrow. Let me know in the comments where you guys are from, where you guys like investing, and what strategies you guys are finding that's working.